following our disappointing ousting in the wild card matchup in 2030. We are, going on 3 years removed from our world championship. 2029, not so great. 2030, obviously getting out in the first round. We are looking for a new manager. To be honest, I think Aaron Boone would literally retire. We're going to give him an offering as out of respect. Whether he takes it or not is really up to him. He won us the world championship in 28, got us to 2 other World Series. We also have Jazz Chisholm on the free agent list, and while he's 33, still a very productive player, so we'll offer him a 2-year deal. Whether he takes it or not is up in the air. Brian Hayes, I love his defense, but offensively he is significantly challenged, hence why he sits at the bottom of the lineup for us. He's also 34 years old. Maybe it's time for us to go in another direction. I don't think 2 years at $13 million a year is that big of a deal, given it's mostly for his defense. Ben Rice is getting up there, 32 years old. Pretty good last 3 seasons. Hell, pretty good tenure for us in this series. He's come up very clutch for us. We don't make it to the 28 World Series without him. Luis Gil is a free agent, and we are going to at least offer him the qualifying offer. He is possibly our best postseason pitcher we have ever had, and I mean, like, if they kept the stats for it, it would show as such. Austin Wells, we have other catchers that we can bring up to the majors and test them out. Marco Cabrera will be moving on to a new job, despite us offering it to him. CJ Simas is going to be the farm director for the Marlins. Good luck there, my guy. We will look at Satchel Kapnick. 3 years for about $4 million a year. Maybe he takes it. Turns out we've got several guys who are going to become free agents, and I really needed to clear out some of the minors, so I released some players as well. Our lineup, not going to look a hell of a whole lot different. Judge does slide into DH, where he's really been the past 2-3 seasons, basically since Giancarlo Stanton left. Heriberto Hernandez is a solid player, but he can't really be our starter in the outfield, right? Again, as mentioned, our catching room looks like this. Ron Quiñones is, by overall, the best player, but he's 18 years old. I'm not going to have him play his major league, debut right away. James Pickett looks like the better defender, so I more likely want him to be the starting catcher. Maurice Robert has a chance to. He's the even better defender, probably one of the best defensive catchers in all of the game. Offensively, he is challenged. We'll see how that plays out in spring training. Jesus Rodriguez has spent several years up here. It just hasn't exactly panned out. I do like his versatility. I would never put him in the outfield. Ryan Richard, a good defender. Again, offensively challenged. Jeffrey Tripp can at least bop righties. Has a strong arm. Not much else really to his game, unfortunately, so I don't see him getting a call-up. Cristobal Cruz has gotten better every year in our organization, though offensively you cannot really see it. He's got a strong arm, though. I will give him that, and I will praise him for getting better in the minors. Darren Hobbs, he can hit for some power, I guess. Not there defensively. Dominic Clark at first base, he can hit. I hate the fact that he's deep potential because that just means he's just going to tank. He can hit for contact and has some defensive, abilities. Scott Del Villar getting up there in age, 28 years old. I think we drafted him at 23. Roderick Arias looks like the second baseman of the near future. Jerome Goodwin could be our third baseman. Maybe we're looking in another direction as well. We do have a lot of infielders that can move around, so we'll be looking for either a free agent third baseman or, I got to be honest, it's probably going to be George Lombard Jr. With Brian Hayes more than likely leaving, I want to at least give Lombard Jr. the opportunity offensively, and leaves a little bit to be desired. He can field his behind off, though. In left field, we do have Jason Dominguez coming off an all-star season. I just hope he puts up more of the same numbers, 30 and about 90, though Jose Hernandez is nipping at his ankles. The C potential doesn't really give me a whole lot of confidence in him, but hey, you never know. He may be able to overcome that, get up to a B potential, or just blow up in the minors, and we're going to have to really start to think about who is playing where. Spencer Jones, coming off, I think, a pretty good season last year. He can field, obviously. He's essentially Cody Bellinger light, put it that way. Elite bunting, a good contact hitter, can steal some bases. His arm is the biggest problem for him playing the outfield, but we got him for several years, and I do have a bit of sentimental value in keeping him. He's our first round pick, and he's not bad by any means, just might not be the starter all the time. He can move to a corner outfield spot, though, again, Aaron Judge, in the last year of his contract, we've got to win him a World Series, though at an 87 overall and at the age of 38, coming off the season he came off, I think we're just going to extend him. 303, 48 homers, 124 RBI. He just got beat out by Gunnar Henderson for the league MVP and continues to be a masher. So we may see him play into his 40s. But we're going to look at free agency. Do we need a pitcher? Yes, we do. Do I want to pay some of the prices that some of these pitchers are asking for? Probably not. Dylan Cruz is a nice outfield option. Don't know if I want to pay the price he's asking for. Pete Crow Armstrong has defense, as we've seen him throw guys out in an earlier episode. Against the Yankees. Riley Green has been a masher the entire time he's been in this series. Sandy Alcantara, a guy that has been rumored to be a Yankee for ages. He's 35. I'm not going to really sign him. Luis Hill, I would love to bring him back. The asking price might be a little higher than I'd like. And I know I sound crazy as we are the Yankees, and I have said I would spend money as need be. Justin Martinez has been very good since the trade from St. Louis to Arizona. He becomes a free agent at the age of 29. We don't need a closer. Abner Uribe is a very good reliever, more of a closer than, I guess, a reliever. Depends on how they play. Brian Bello, pretty solid starter. I think his overall is higher than what he actually is as a player. Austin Wells, obviously, we don't need the catcher. Dylan Cease, we're long past trying to get him. Jazz Chisholm, I'm willing to bring him back and even slot him into second base if need be, if Arias is a little bit of a flash at a pan type player. Jacob Wilson, the man who robbed Jason Dominguez of the Rookie of the Year, is also a free agent. Maybe I bring him back or bring him to the roster if Chisholm doesn't sign with us. Luis Hill, 50% as far as his motivation to sign with us. Carson Benji going back to the Marlins. Domingo Gonzalez, are you going to sign and be our manager, or are we looking in another direction? Satchel Kapnick is getting the best offer as far as money-wise as the farm director, I guess, for the Rangers. That's only like $1 million a year. I guess he just doesn't want to be a manager, and I completely understand that. And he will accept the Rangers farm director job. Domingo Gonzalez is going to be our Yankee manager for the next 3 years. That's 31, 32, and 33. Luis Hill has declined the QO and will become a free agent. That means I think we will be getting a draft pick if he signs elsewhere. Abner Uribe, the first player to sign in free agency, and he's going to the Marlins. The Marlins could really use a guy that can shut things down. Justin Martinez goes to the Reds. That's a pretty good look for them. They've been looking for a closer since they lost Tony Santillan. And one of the Diaz brothers. I'm mad I can't remember who it is at the moment. It'll come to me. Luis Hill on to San Diego for the next. Eduardo Perez going back to Cleveland, though I know he's not going to be the closer despite his positioning. Logan O'Hoppe signs with the Giants. Jazz Chisholm is at 70% motivation 3 weeks into free agency. Come on, man. I know the Orioles and the Brewers and the Jays are looking to offer you something, but brother, come back to us. We will treat you right. You won a championship. Well, you were on the roster for the championship. Or was he there? I can't remember. No, he wasn't there for 27. He was there for 28. And Riley Green is son of a bitch. Oh, boy. He is coming to the Orioles in our division. Oh, boy. As the defending world champion signed a big-time free agent, another big bat, and we've got a contract decision on our end, I am assuming. And pen to paper on the lengthy contract. Get your lawyers, cuz sign on the pinstripes. Jazz Chisholm is coming back for 2 years at $25 million per year. I think that's a solid deal. Pete Crow Armstrong moving within the NL Central to the Brewers. As you can see, the home run numbers are not there. He's more of a defense guy, and he can drive in guys maybe more towards the bottom of the lineup. Dylan Cruz going to the Detroit Tigers, $83.2 million over 3 years. We did not tender some guys just to give us some flexibility, roster or organizational-wise. Heriberto Hernandez signs back. We might have cheaped him out a little. $6 million over 3 years. Hey, he has a roster spot if he wants it, or if we need him to. Brian Bayo is a starting pitcher option. I don't know if I'm going to sign him. Austin Wells, though, is on the move to Arizona, damn it. 5 years, $72.45 million. Let's be honest, we were not bringing him back. And now it's time for the draft lottery, which has nothing to do with us. The Royals, the Rays, the Rockies, and the Nationals, and the Astros are the top 5 odds for the first pick in the next draft. And simulating draft lottery, the Cubs are going to get the number 1 pick in 2031. 32. I forget. The Giants will get number 2, moving up 7 spots, and everybody else slides down somehow, some way. Jumping to the Rule 5 draft, and I don't have anybody to pick because I don't really have the roster room. Braxton Garrett is going to sign with the Padres, 3 years, $88 million. Jose Ramirez is leaving Cleveland to go to the Athletics. I don't understand that. Okay, maybe the Athletics are a better team. Joey Weimer also signs there. A.J. Puck goes to Detroit on a 2-year deal. Cole Reagans is going to bolster the Mets bullpen, 4 years, $111 million. Michael Arias, I know we released him. We'll bring him back as kind of maybe a swing starter, a long reliever. He does throw very hard, and he will come back. Dude, you're like 29, so like you're very much a 4A player at this point. Maybe he'll be our 5th starter. Maybe he'll be our long reliever. Maybe we'll send his ass back to the AAA, or who knows. Spencer Schwellenbach, though, re-signs with Atlanta, 6 years, $130+ million. And we have jumped all the way to arbitration because I don't really make a ton of moves. I don't have a ton of moves to make. I like what we have going. It's just we didn't beat the Mariners. Not that they're a bad team by any means. They made it to the LCS the first year of our series in 2025. We jump to contract extension. And as mentioned earlier, we are extending the captain. He's 38 years old. If he's going to be playing like Barry Bonds without the juice, I will gladly take what he gives us. He is also 58 home runs away from 600. Maybe he has a Barry Bonds season in him, and gets to 600 by the end of this season. It's probably not likely, given not too many of those have happened in Major League history. That means he has to hit damn near 60. Nonetheless, we start the 2031 campaign. Yeah, 2031. Wow, we have really reached that point, which would have been Aaron Judge's last true year of his contract. We had to extend the captain. We got to get him that second ring, and he's still very much a viable player. If I let him go in free agency, somebody going to sign him, and I can't have Aaron Judge in anything but pinstripes for the rest of his career. And we're projected to be the 3rd place team. We do not need that. At 81 and 81, maybe it's because we're relying too much on Aaron Judge. I don't know what the computers say. They say Anthony Volpe will lead our team in the war. We shall see, as Hunter Green will be the man on the mound, the ace for our starting rotation. Starting fresh here in New York. Why he's got 29? Bro, we got to fire the equipment, dude. Come on, why he got 29? He's supposed to wear deuce.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks.
And we face the Arizona Diamondbacks in the opening day matchup. Corbin Carroll going to lead off the 2031 season. Fastball right down the middle. 2-time silver slugger for an Arizona Diamondbacks team looking to get back to a World Series. After son of a bitch. The 3rd pitch of the season gets smoked out of here on a slider that had no slide to it. Arizona jumps out to a 1-0 lead. Ay. Green doesn't give up too many home runs, but I mean, when you throw hard and you're a little wild, it's going to happen. Ian Happ, who we have seen in Baltimore and in Chicago, has joined this D-backs team. Actually, he's been here a couple of years. I'm bugging. 0-2. And he's going to take a splitter and hit it in the left field for a base hit.
The second baseman, Cattell
is now the second baseman, Cattell Marte, long-time D-back. Looking to, again, get a ring, as you see the defense here. Pickett, Jones, Arias, Volpe, Lombard in the infield. Dominguez, Chisholm, and Lee Bunning in right field. Cattell Marte closing in on 300 homers, and we've already given up one earlier. And Marte wastes no time hitting that milestone deep to right field. I don't even know where it landed. That might have been a triple-decker. He hits 300 in his career. Basically all of it being here in Arizona. He did spend a little bit of time in Seattle, like a couple of years. Never played a ton before getting traded to the D-backs. And we will show him some respect and show you that New York fans are not all assholes. We are not all assholes. We will salute to players doing great things, even if they don't play in our uniform and we didn't bother to trade for them. Ben Rice, former Yankee, says, you should have re-signed me, damn it, instead of letting Spencer Jones take first base. Smokes it out to right field. And for the third time, we have given up a long ball. Hunter, get it together, my guy. You know what? Maybe it's better that he gets this kind of stuff out of his system now, early in the season, so we don't have to deal with this later. We shall see. Rice gets a little bit of revenge. He did sign a 3-year, $22 million deal, and Austin Wells follows him, takes a splitter down the middle for strike number 3. At least we've gotten the first out, but it took way too long. Brian De La Cruz hits this one deep to right field. De La Cruz, who is a real-life Yankee on the 40-man roster. I don't know if he actually makes the opening day team or not. Nonetheless, we are talking about a completely different thing. Behind De La Cruz is Jordan Lawler. Drew Jones, getting some time here. We are getting 6 years into the future, and Caden Wallace is at third base. Lawler, pretty solid season last year. 237, not the best. OPS, not the greatest either, but hey, he's a solid guy. Definitely a defense and speed dude. Unfortunately, he'll be the last out in the first inning.
For the Yankees, the right fielder,
Lee Bunning should be the leadoff batter for the foreseeable future, as he's got a 17-game hitting streak, not including the postseason, and he cracks one deep to right field, and unfortunately, it's going to find a glove.
Batting second,
the Yankee offense is as follows: Lee Bunning, Aaron Judge, Jason Dominguez, Jazz Chisholm, Anthony Volpe, Spencer Jones, Roderick Arias, our new catcher James Pickett, and George Lombard Jr. We got a couple guys on the bench. Who knows how long they last there. Kind of just threw some guys there just to get us through maybe the first couple weeks of the season. Maybe an injury happens. You never know. Judge 3-1 count, 58 home run shy of 600. Or maybe I said 52. I should probably pay attention to my graphics when I put them in there. Dominguez, first plate appearance. He'll pop this one up to his former teammate Austin Wells for the second out of the inning. Not a good look. Chisholm gets a hold of a splitter, sends it out to center. Oh, boy. And Yankees will not come up with a run in the first inning, unlike Arizona. Jump ahead, Drew Jones, who we may see. Hell, this might be the only appearance you'll see from him. He'll pop him up to a guy with the same last name. Caden Wallace strikes out on the outside fastball. This we've officially gone through all 9 batters in the D-back lineup. Carroll grounds it to third, and he won't be able to beat out the throw to first. So Green has a much better second inning. Jump ahead, Yankee offense is going to finally get somebody on as Volpe smacks this one down the right field line. But, oh man, who is that out in right field? They have got a cannon that prevents him from going to second. It wouldn't normally be a double. Jones sends this out to center, but not even at the warning track. Volpe will have to retreat.
Batting 8, the catcher,
Right, next up is James Pickett as we take a look at his first major league at bat. He will be wearing number 18. We take a look at his attributes. Again, good, defense. He has a strong enough arm. The accuracy may not always be there. He's got a good bat and is a switch hitter. Obviously, he's got several years of control. He hits this one into the gap on the first pitch he sees. And Volpe is going to come around to score a RBI double for the rookie on the first pitch he sees from a former Cy Young Award winner at that. Congratulations to him. Maybe he'll sign that and put that. Maybe that'll go to Cooperstown. You never know how his career will play out. I don't know if we'll see it all, just given that Aaron Judge probably won't play till 50. Ground ball by Lombard over to Lawler, and unfortunately, he cannot beat it out at first. But we do get on the board. A great play by Jordan Lawler, diving towards third and making the throw. Jump ahead, Ben Rice, second plate appearance, smacks a slurve into left field for his second base hit of the ball game. Wells is going to get in the hit column himself, hitting it between 5 and 6 of the defense. Brian De La Cruz, 1-2, stares at a splitter for the final out of the third inning. Good pitching there by Hunter Green, able to get through the next 2 innings following a disastrous first. And Isaac Paredes, career homer number 200, good for him. Apparently they're projecting that the Athletics will have 17 less wins and be at 94, or I forget how to read that at times. Either that means they're going to have like 70-something, or they projected them to win 17 more games. Spencer Jones swings and misses, steal attempt by Volpe. He will be thrown out by Austin Wells, a guy that struggled throwing guys out when he was a Yankee. Maybe that desert air does him good. And he'll pop this one up to end the 4th inning despite the attempted hit and run failing. Jump ahead, Carroll. Ground ball down the third base line. As Lombard can't come up with it, and he'll end up only at first as speed versus Dominguez. His arm, probably not a good combination. Happ strikes out an inside fastball, staring at it. The 6th strikeout by Hunter Green.
The second baseman,
As Ketel Marte already crossed the 300 homer mark. 4th pitch of the AB, sends this one deep to straightaway center. Chisholm chasing it down. He can't get into Monument Park, 428 feet. That is career homer 301 and the second of the season for a guy that was in the running for an MVP, I believe, back in 2026. I'd have to look back at former videos, to be honest with you. Ben Rice bounces it up the middle. Volpe can't come up with it in the outfield grass. Rice with a 3rd hit so far. We are only in the 5th inning. Jeez, he is in he's in postseason form. Let's call it what it is. Wells, 1-2, pops up a splitter into third base foul territory for out number 2. Jump ahead, Brian De La Cruz hits this pass. The outstretched glove of Jones for another base hit. I don't know how much more Green's got in him. He's given up several hits, and now at 92 pitches through 4 2/3. 1-2, gets the final out of the 5th on a splitter down in the dirt. As we jump to a different different pitcher, as a matter of fact, Mason Barnett. He will give up looks like a double to Ben Rice. He's got 4 hits so far. I'm surprised he's not nearing the cycle. You'd have to hit for a triple. As Hunter Green has given up 10 hits, Barnett is giving up another. That's 11 hits through 6 innings. I mean, Green did strike out 7 and hasn't walked anybody, but when you are giving up 3 long balls, it's not a good look to start the season. But I guess it's better to get this crap out of the way now. Anthony Volpe stuns Ben Rice with a grounder. Takes a bad hop. Spencer Jones bounces a curveball to third, to second, and Ketel Marte is going to hold up. As actually both runners are going to be safe. As the number 7 batter comes up, Roderick Arias. Can he drive in a run with 1 away? Gilbert still out there under 70 pitches. Hard crack to Lawler. Lawler to Marte. Marte to first. And we will not get a run despite a runner in scoring position. Now Arizona will go to a new pitcher, Brian Hoeing. 2.72 ERA last year and a 1.02 whip. Pretty good numbers for a reliever. As James Pickett has given us the only offense so far. Bases empty. Down 0-1. And he sends a slider deep to left field at the warning track. It's going to get out of here. James Pickett getting the milestones out of the way early. It's unfortunate we're down by 4, but he's got his first hit, got his first, hell, it was an extra base hit, and got his first home run. We can just do like this every game, he'd be the greatest of all time. But let's chill. It's only game 1, but I'm loving the fact that he was able to take a pitch that was just a balloon and smoke it out as you should. The other way of all things, you know. Most guys are pole hitters. He seems to early see that he can hit it the other way if that's where it's going. And we appreciate that. But the rest of the Yankee offense needs to come through. Aaron Judge, runner on first. And he's going to rip this one into the gap, but it's not going to end up anywhere near the wall. And we'll have runners at the corners with the number 3 batter coming up. And that's Dominguez. 2 on, 1 out, and cracks up the middle. Past Marte into center, giving us a 3rd run of the ball game. Good to see Dominguez coming through when we need him, as they'll now change pitchers to Elvis Peguero. All right, Jazz Chisholm, 0 for 3 in today's ball game, but, you know, we just coming back, you know, from spring training. You know I don't play a lot of these guys in spring training, so they may be a little rusty. You could explain why we are losing. Floats this one past Lawler's outstretched glove into center. Bases are going to be juiced. The number 5 batter comes up. Anthony Volpe, which is a very weird place to put him in the lineup, but he's got 3 hits. Hell, can he get us another one? Maybe smack one out, give us the lead. He floats an inside 2-seamer to foul territory. It's going to be caught. And the runner from third is going to stay where they are despite the off throw. So the base is loaded with 2 away, so Jones will have to get one down on the grass, or even better, into the crowd. Give us some more runs. Jones, not really known for the long ball, only 12 home runs last year and a 688 OPS for a guy who can hit for power, has shown he's hit for power down in the minors, just hasn't exactly shown it at this point. And maybe it was a little risky of us taking the chance on Jones, you know, despite not showing a ton in the regular season in most of the seasons we have played. But, you know, it was a tug of war between keeping Rice and maybe trading Jones, as he strikes out, unfortunately, to end the inning. So offense will come back as we skip the pitching portion. And Bryce Jarvis will come out on the mound in 98 innings, a 2.74 ERA. A big reason why this Arizona Diamondbacks team is one of the contenders for the National League crown. And Arias strikes out on the inside heater, 99 miles an hour. Maybe we should have played you in spring a little more. Here's James Pickett, who has basically given us all the offense we've had all game. 2 for 3. Oh, hard crack on a fastball. Deep to straightaway center, but it is not going to score any runs. It might have been our last chance at some runs. Though, we still have the number 9 batter, George Lombard Jr. Check, swing, and they're not going to give him the call. Okay, fine, fair enough. You know, the umpires are also rusty. The robo-umps ain't swept off the frost on them yet. It is what it is. Anyways, we jump forward into the season as Aaron Judge, bases loaded against Zach Gallen, a player that has honestly been here most of his career. And he's going to smack this one down the third baseline, just foul. Had that stayed fair, I can definitely see 2 runs scoring. Bottom of the 9th inning, as you see, Lee Bunning has extended his hit streak to 18 games. I think he got a hit in this one so far. So it's at 19 now, and it's a pop fly into foul territory. And Ben Rice bobbles it and drops it. This may get the Yankees some runs, floats this to right field, and everybody's going to stay put. Again, some strong arms in that Arizona outfield,
The center
including
fielder,
Corbin
number 13,
Carroll.
Jazz.
Now Jazz will have to drop one down to give us any kind of runnage. Hoping for basically a similar season to what he did last year. On the ground to Marte, the Yankees will not get a run in a bases-loaded situation.
The batter, number
Volpe
11,
is also working on a hit streak of his own.
Anthony.
If he can give us, hell, 15 home runs, I usually expect 15 home runs out of him. Not going to do it in this one or this time, as it's only the second game of the season. We do pick up the victory, as Reggie Smith has a very good game against the Brewers. We will see him, pitch in this next game. Remember, we claimed him off of waivers. It wasn't last year, it might have been the year before that. 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 81 pitches, gave up 2 runs. Honestly, that's fine. I would gladly take, our guys getting into the 6th and 7th innings more often. You see the pitch repertoire from Rodrigo Villafuerte, who is a speculative 5th starter. Maybe we need to make a trade if things don't work out for him. But you see, he throws hard. 4-seam splitter, curveball, changeup, and a slider. So he can mix up speeds, as Bryce Terang, one of the best second basemen in this franchise so far, gets on base. Jonah Bride takes a strike, throw to second, and no. He will steal second base immediately following the base hit. Jonah Bride, check swing on the slider, and that is going to be Rodrigo Villafuerte's first major league strikeout. Oh, so the equipment guy gave Villafuerte the number 22. Come on, dude. Listen, we're going to suspend you. We're going to let the assistant take over with the uniforms. We'll give Hunter Green back his number. I mean, we'll let Rodrigo keep this jersey because it's his major league debuts. Got his first strikeout. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to kill his vibe. Will Benson might, though. Sends this to right field. And unfortunately, that's Villafuerte's first major league home run given up for the former Cincinnati Red turned Brewer. As Anthony Britton also gets a hold of the fastball, sends it to left field. It is going to be caught at the warning track by Jason Dominguez. Pete Crow Armstrong, the World Series MVP back in 2029 for the Chicago Cubs, hits this right at third. Lombard with the quick reflexes makes the stab. I don't think PCA should have won it. Kevin Fader was much better in the postseason and in the World Series, but I can't overwrite any of the award winners, so it is what it is. Villafuerte pumps a slider high and inside. He had no chance at swinging at that one if he wasn't early enough. Bryce Terang, 1-for-1, and he'll hit this splitter in the left field. It'll bounce down and roll into the corner. Dominguez coming up throwing the second. It's not in time. Terang with a one-out double for the Brew Crew. Jonah Bride, swing and a miss on the high heater. Rodrigo getting it up to 99 miles an hour. Contreras smacks this to straightaway center. Chisholm running it down, catching it over his head for the final out. Jackson Churio, 2-time Gold Glover. Yankees do get on the board to help Villafuerte out just a little bit. And Churio says, I'm not hearing it. Hits this to left field. No, it's actually going to be caught in foul territory by Dominguez. Benson already smacked one out and then rolls one to Volpe. He'll be thrown out at first for the second out. So nice bounce back going back around the lineup for Villafuerte. Britton smacks this one hard to Volpe. Diving stop, throw to first, got him out of here. Volpe continuing to show why he is still one of the better defensive shortstops in this franchise. Not in real life. I know we've seen some issues from him. It's not pretty. But hey, different universe, so I'm not too concerned. Jefferson Quero hits a curveball in the left field. They give the Brewers their first base runner in the 5th. PCA hits it past the diving Jones for a back-to-back hit so far. Rodrigo looking to get out of danger. 2 on, nobody out. Castro, liner right at Arias, and finally gets the first out. Jump ahead, Bryce Terang, 2 for 2. Stole a base. Got 2 hits. Fuerte again, looking for the double play ball. Slider on the outside corner makes strike number 2. And Terang smokes this one up the middle. Chisholm is going to come up throwing to the plate to pick it. No, not on accuracy, not in time. Brewers lead 2-1. And Jonah Bride smacks this one down the right field line. Fair. 1 runner score. And runner will stay put at third. So we'll have runners at second and third. And yeah. Domingo is going to get Villafuerte out of there. Makes sense. So giving up enough runs. Not a terrible debut, but yeah. We do end up winning the game, which is a plus. The offense came through a little bit later than we'd like, but hey, it is what it is. And the Yankees are taking a 2-0 lead in that series. Grady picks up the save, his second in a year. As a matter of fact, look at some of the details. Jones hit single to center, Chisholm to third, Volpe goes to second. Arias double, Chisholm scores, Volpe scores, Jones scores, bases clearing double. And that is what we need. Victory. Aaron Judge start to the season, not the greatest, 237, but he is 3 for 4 in today's ball game. A triple shy of the cycle. He has never hit for the cycle. Hell, it's extremely hard to do so, and I think he'd be the tallest player ever to do so. Had he been able to get that one, I don't know, stay up against the wall and take a funny bounce. Nonetheless, we pick up the victory against the defending World Series champion. Yes, I said World Series champion, Baltimore Orioles. Now they got the bases loaded with Jackson Holliday at the dish facing Taj Bradley. And cut fastball hit to right field. Chisholm, who this is not even a secondary position for him, going to make the catch. Okay, I'm a little surprised he didn't bobble that one. When you play players in positions they don't normally play, even if it's not that big of a deal, like, say, any position in the outfield, he played it well. Vance Henny cuts this one down the right field line. No, it's going to be foul as we are playing on Jackie Robinson Day. And Honeycutt stares at a cut fastball on the outside corner, and the Yankees get out of the third inning without giving up a run. Bradley coming through clutch early in the year.
Now
Jump ahead. Conrad Foley having himself a damn good game. 3 for 3, 6 of 15 on the year. The speedster former Philly swings and misses at the first pitch. He definitely has the speed to get a triple after already hitting a long ball. And he hits this one down the left field line, and unfortunately it is going to find a glove, as it'll take something happening maybe in the ninth inning for him to come back up. And that will not happen. But the Yankees pick up yet another victory. Tristan Vreeland goes 4 innings and 5 strikeouts as Volpe and Foley go deep. Dominguez, Judge, and Volpe
the first baseman,
over 10 RBI early in the season. Marcelo Mayer waits in the on-deck circle. Tristan Casas stares at a slider almost right down the middle in a bases-loaded situation. You gotta swing me, my guy. And Mayer a little strike. Oh, no, sorry, that's only strike number 2. I'm bugging. As Reggie reaches pitch number 50, and it's going to be bounced up the middle. Arias gets it in the middle of the diamond and whips it over to first. Whoa, almost out of play. Had it gone out of play, it would have scored at least another run. Red Sox go up 1-0. Roman Anthony swinging a miss on the changeup. Whoa. Gets us out of the inning, only giving up 1. Going to a reliever, Mason Barnett. Bounce to the Arias, to Volpe. Back to first. 4-6-3. Double play. Runner is at third for Heston Kjerstad, the former Oriole. And he will take a fastball and send it out to the Yankee bullpen. Oh, sorry. Beyond the Yankee. No, it's in the Yankee bullpen. And it comes back in the field of play. Doesn't matter. Still counts as a home run. Of course, the former Oriole used to playing here at Yankee Stadium. Volpe sends one into right field gap. It'll bounce down. Runner from third has already scored. Runner from first coming around to score. And he will do so. Tying the ball game at 5 apiece. And Anthony Volpe looking to pick up where he left off from last year. Pretty good season for him. And Jones, swing and a miss at a pitch at the eyeballs. What are you doing, dude? That seemed like a protection
The
swing.
designated hitter, number 99, Aaron.
Judge coming up. Runner on for second, as a matter of fact. And, oh, son of a bitch. Come on. No, please don't be injured, man. Finger? Really? Somebody give him a... Fine, whatever. Fine. Okay, Dominguez will come in. He'll play DH. Hopefully Judge is not out for too long, if at all. Grounded to second in. It kicks off the glove. I believe that was Christian Campbell. That's a base hit. Chisholm coming up. Runners at the corners. Not off to a good start to start the season. Floats a split in the center, and it bounces down in front of him. 6-run comes across the score. He's up by 1, hanging on to that slim lead. Volpe looking to get us another one. Hits it high, deep to right field. It is gonna get out of here. Anthony Volpe coming up with his 6th long ball of the season. We are not even through the first month. The Yankees pick up the victory. 4 runs in the 9th. More than enough to get things done. Judge will be out for 2 weeks with a jammed finger. Come on, man. You could play through that, right? Fine. We'll throw him on a 10-day DL. Not risk further injury. Arias, as we face the Dodgers, as we are down by 1, he'll give us a leadoff double to start the 9th inning. 4th double for him. Hopefully he becomes a pretty big offensive threat. Maurice Robert hits this to left field. Just foul. Yes, it was Robert and not Robert. At least according to the PA announcer, unfortunately, he will strike out. Come the second of the ball. The second of the 9th inning, as a matter of fact. And here's Lee Bunning. Oh, man. Jammed on a fastball. Pops it up to Mookie Betts. He makes the play. Dodgers pick up the victory. I know. Y'all don't want to hear Dodgers pick up the victory. We may have to get used to it in 2026. Though, no back-to-back-to-back is guaranteed for any team in real life or in this game. Picking, unfortunately, another close 9th inning. We'll bounce it. And now we've got to drop one down on the grass or over the fence to give us a run. Spencer Jones 1 for 3, and he takes a sweeper, hits it in the foul territory. It's going to be caught. Yankees lose another close ball game, even with these disgusting City Connect jerseys. Bradley had a damn good game, though. 10 strikeouts. As you know, I've jumped ahead a little bit.
No balls, 2 strikes.
We face postseason hero Josiah Gray. Signed with Boston after playing with us. On a 1 year, there's 1 year left. This is the final year of his deal. Playing here in Detroit. Been a bit of a journeyman at this point. And unfortunately, Bunning cannot drive in a run with the bases loaded. So Aaron Judge finally back. Looking to drive in at least the 3rd run. But damn, 221 on the batting average. Ain't a good look, and that's going to get even lower thanks to the strikeout against his former teammate. Man, he really should be thinking, because had he not come through in that 20-inning postseason game, oh boy, Judge would still be ringless. As Alejandro Kirk looking to extend his career here, played a little bit of Minnesota and is now with Detroit after several years with Toronto. And still at a high inside fastball as Mason Barnett pumps it past him for a strikeout.
The right fielder,
Dylan Cruz finally leaving Washington, batting .377 to start the year so far. Bounces it to Barnett. Barnett goes to Volpe. Volpe almost gets his knees taken out. He's still able to get the first, but not getting the 3rd out of the inning. Brandon Nimmo, former Met, we've seen him. Solo jacker in the 4th, and curveball, swing and a miss. Actually, strike number 2, doesn't get away from Pickett. Bouncer to Volpe. Volpe goes to short way to end the 7th. Yankees will maintain the lead for Zach Thompson. Slider, hit to Arias. Short toss to Volpe. Volpe back to first. Can't get it there in time. Arias, you got to get that to Volpe a little faster, and you're going to take off. try to steal second. They will successfully do so. That being Luis Robert, signed through the offseason. And Brandon Lau hits this in the right field, and you are not testing the arm of Jason Dominguez, getting it there very quickly. As Trey Sweeney, the former Yankee prospect, bounces it to Jones. Jones goes to the plate, and I'm not mad at the idea of going home. You could have gotten him. Maybe if Pickett had adjusted himself a little more, he might have been able to make that tag. Alex Lang getting Lombard out to start the bottom of the ninth, and then Lee Bunning on the knuckle curve, making it 2 outs very quick for Aaron Judge. Now down to 2:15 to start this regular season. And the first pitch he sees hits it to right field, but it is going to find glovage. And we are going to extra. Now we task Jazz Chisholm will get in this winning run across the plate. 0-2, swing and a miss at the knuckle curve. He'll be thrown out for good measure as Dominguez comes up. 1-2, and he also swings and misses, this time with a circle change. Kirk throws out the batter again, and Volpe hits this into the gapish to right field, coming around to score. The throw to the plate, not in time. Captain scores, Yankees win against a team very much that should be in the running for a World Series. We sit 6 games behind the Orioles to start the month of May, and we jump ahead to our first matchup against the crosstown rival Mets. Matt Vierling facing Tristan Vreeling. That is going to be very confusing for the remainder of the time that Tristan is out there, facing Dirk Lindstrom. Strikeout on the knuckle curve on the outside corner. And Vierling, oh my God, I've already started it. Tristan gets out of the inning.
The catcher.
James Pickett continuing his phenomenal rookie campaign so far. He is the American League Rookie of the Month. Hits this into the corner, and it'll bounce down. Runner coming around to score. They're saved. Spencer Jones scoring from first. James Pickett picking up the Yankee offense here in the ninth. De La Cruz, the signee. I forgot to mention that Ellie De La Cruz. Oh no, Ellie De La Cruz signed last year with them. I tend to forget that is where he is. Pop up in the foul territory, and Lombard can't seem to climb the netting because that wouldn't make a ton of sense to make the out. Michael Busch smokes this one to straightaway center. Chisholm, no problem making the play for out number 2 as we are an out away from beating Juan Soto and the Mets. Where is Soto if he's not batting 1 or 2 or 3? Is he batting 4th? Alvarez, 2 for 3 with a long ball, bounces to Volpe, and we're going to get the man out of here, former MVP out of here. Yankees pick up the victory. Arias gets a triple and drives in a run himself. So we don't look at moving James Pickett up the lineup. Listen, he's playing way too well. We'll move him up to 5. I think that's a good spot for him. I should probably swap. No, that was. Oh no, we move him to 3. Okay, I would prefer not to have another switch hitter in front of him, but it is what it is. Judge will move to 3rd. I don't mind batting him 3rd as opposed to 2nd. I just like having fast guys in front of Judge. And tagged on the cleat. Gabriel Moreno can't make it home in time, and that's going to cost them a run. Jason Dominguez with a blast off the slider to right field. Grand salami. I am a fan of salami as a sandwich. Protein. Going along with some cheese and some oil and vinegar. On a roll. Oh, sorry. I'm not. I forgot. I'm not in the Bronx, bro. Anyways, Spencer Jones with a triple, a single, and I believe a double at some point. Smacks this one up the middle. I'm gonna presume he was in the midst of probably getting the cycle, but we're up 11-4, so it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. We've already had 2 players hit for the cycle in this series. If you can remember who they were, comment down in the comment section below. Jones floats this one to left field, almost called it right to, and Kansas City gets out of the first inning. Kansas City, team in the same division as Detroit, And Chisholm hits this one to left field. It is, just fair. Almost out of here. Left fielder OD overthrows the catcher. That is not Salvador Perez. It's what it is, and it bounced. Didn't even get any chalk on it. As Jones hits this one to second, and the run will score. Yankees tie the game up at 1 apiece in the 6th. And I'm expecting some decent things from Kansas City. They don't have a bad team at all. It's just a matter of them, bringing a lot of those prospects along with Bobby Witt, and, you can see what they can do. As here in the bottom of the 12th, Kansas City up by 1, trying to hold on to prevent that runner from third from scoring. Sean Jelly on the mound. Anthony Volpe takes a curveball, hit to Witt, and he goes to second as Kansas City picks up the victory here in the month of May. Jump ahead to the next game in the series. Jones hits this to right field, just inside the foul pole, hitting that stand-up to cancer sign, a grand salami. His 9th of the season. Again, a guy not known for his power in this series, unless it's the postseason. Hits his 9th home run. He hit 12 last year. He may surpass, he might hit 30 this year, and I'd love to see it. Carter Jensen, the catcher, hits this one to right field. Lee Bunning comes up with the catch. He's not throwing that home. Volpe to third as opposed to home. Yankees up by 2. As Carson Rockefeller awaits his opportunity, 3-1 count to Jalen Palmer, and he sends a fastball to Jazz Chisholm in center. Unfortunately, Rockefeller will have to wait till the 9th inning for an AB, and I don't know what he did because it doesn't matter because we won. Villafuerte, 7 strikeouts. Bobby Corona injured, unfortunately. Jose Hernandez sitting down in Double-A. I think we're going to move him up to Triple-A. Double-A. I didn't realize he was an A-ball. Get him some run, and we start the month of June 2 games under 500. Not a good look, but still plenty of baseball remains. We're 2.5 games outside of the final wild card spot. And of course, I wasn't recording when I hit somebody's first home run. Not the first time I've done that. As Maurice Robert goes deep. Okay, Stratomatic. The first time in his career. Duke Ellis, I also hit his first home run and was just playing through the game, not really thinking much of it, and bam, blasted a guy's first home run. It happens, man. I record a lot. Like, if you knew as to why this video was so long, you'd understand why I try to get as much of this in. I think I'm going to continue this format in some capacity in MLB The Show 26. Just not sure what team I'm running with yet, and the Yankee story ain't done yet, and Jazz Chisholm wants to remind you of that. Andres Munoz gives up the 2-run blast. 450 to straightaway center. Love to see it from Jazz Chisholm. 33 homers last year. Listen, I know he came with the team jumping into 2025, but he has been phenomenal, and I have no reason to let him go anytime soon. Down to Arias, Volpe to first, and wow, Volpe able to get it back there in time as the Yankees pick up the victory just barely. 5-3. Grady up to 16 saves. Judge contributes a long ball of his own, and we are back to facing Josiah Gray. Oh, look, it's Aaron Judge facing him this time. Bases loaded, 2-out count. Should be looking at a fastball, and it is a slow cutter. Smoke to left field. Another grand salami for the New York Yankees. Come on, man. I gotta eat something else besides a salami sandwich. Can I get some turkey, bro? Can I get some spiced ham? Can I get some capicola? Maybe not. It's all good. BLT or something? Chopped cheese? Can I get chopped cheese? I love the chopped cheese. Anyways, Dylan Cruz. Bases loaded situation of his own. Villafuerte out there in trouble in the fifth. And he gets out of danger on the slider. Just cutting it past the bat of Dylan Cruz. Finally playing for a team that might actually play for something this year as Brandon Nimmo bounces one past Lombard at third, and Jones gets punched in the kidney. Pena bounces this one to Jones. Volpe back back to first, and ooh, not quite in time as the tying run is at first for Jose Tena. As Tena hits this one in the right field, the runner from third will score, and Detroit is now within one as they sit 5 games behind Kansas City for first place in the Central. Jump ahead, Ryan Mountcastle, the former Oriole, rolls this one to Volpe. Arias to front! The fuck are you doing, guys? Come on! You cost us a run and might cost us the game, man. You are. I get it. He's on second as opposed to where second normally stands, so it's a longer throw for him, and he felt the need to rush it. Luis Robert, a weakly hit ball to Volpe. Over to first, and oh man, just gets it there barely in time. So jump ahead to the 10. Bunting, no bunting here. Smacks this in the left field. The lead runners will move up 2 bases. Bunting will stay at first. Yankees up by 1 for the captain. Hits this one high and deep in one of the ugliest park in baseball. Yeah, I'm going to call it. That's a sacrifice fly. I'm sorry. I've never liked Comerica Park. Just never have. It just aesthetically doesn't look that great. Maybe it's phenomenal in person. Center field feels like it's Polo Grounds to me. As Kerry Carpenter says, shut your damn mouth, as he takes advantage of the dimensions of the ballpark and bounces a double and becomes the tying run for Blake Sable. And, bro, what the hell was that? Oh my God! What are you doing? Why is Foley even playing freaking catcher? He is an outfielder. This is not Heriberto Hernandez. Oh my God, I'm going to fire everybody. We have a backup catcher sitting there. Why would you? Bro, you pinch hit for somebody, you then substitute for the guy that plays a normal position. Goodness gracious. As Dylan Cruz bounces this one past Lombard. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm going to have a freaking aneurysm. CPU, you got to do better, man. It's different if we didn't have the backup catcher. As Dominguez floats this one high and deep to center, as we will tag up and go to third, and the go-ahead run here in the top of the 11th for Carmen Majinski. Now facing Jazz Chisholm Jr. And he smacks this one up the middle. Defense playing in won't matter. Yankees take 7-6 lead. Chisholm comes through in the clutch. Once again, Volpe bounces this one to first, Rose to short, back to first, and they get the double play here in the 11th. As Vinny Douglas is going to give up absolutely nothing. That was very close next to that crazy Tiger in the corner. Pena trying to be crazy enough to get a hit off of Vinny Douglas, not off that sinker though, not this time. Vinny comes through. You see, just grazes the inside corner. We know Tigers don't graze. And the pop-up by Tena as a real catcher makes the catch. Not Luis Robert. Maurice Robert. Very similar names, no relation. Mountcastle smacks it up the middle. The runner coming around the score. The throw by Chisholm. Not going to be there in time. And the ball game is tied once more at 7-7 here in the 11th. Blake Sable. And the runner taking off for third. The tag. No! What? No. Robert gets the steal of third. Very risky. But Lombard had to scoop it out the dirt. Sable only needs a sac fly and won't come through this time on the heater. Dunning trying to get it done. And he does so as Lombard pokes it past and right by the ball boy in left field. Runner comes around to score. It is 8-7 here in the top of the 13th, his 10th double of the season. Please don't go any longer than like 15 innings. I don't have the lung capacity for this. It's Bunting pops this one over third base. And, okay, we're not going to be that aggressive. I thought we would try to score. As Judge, a terrible swing. The ball caroms back to the catcher, and he's able to make the tag. What in the blue hell were we thinking? Thinking we were going to score from third. Dunning is going to give up a base hit towards Bunting. Runner comes around to score. It is 9-8 with nobody out so far. Brandon Loud. As well, the Royals pick up their 9th straight win. Roller to Arias, Volpe, Jones. Oh, wow, he just barely got out at first. We take a look at the replay. Yep, bam, leather hit leather before cleat hit the bag. As Pena hits it past a slow-footed Lombard Jr. Boy, base hit. He represents the go-ahead run. Jose Tena hits this one in this freaking canyon of a gap. That runner is going to score from first. Oh my goodness. This is the regular season game. I'm not trying to be here forever, man. Oh boy. Mountcastle says, don't worry about it, Mel. I got you. As the Detroit Tigers are going to take this one in 13. 10-9. After some real back and forth. I know a lot of people hate the extra inning runner rule, but it allows for this kind of thing. Whereas if we had to manufacture all them hits, we'd have been here forever. Let's be real. I still think that runner should be on first. As Aaron Judge has a 5 RBI game and we lose. What the hell are we thinking? Speaking of which, Rodrigo Villafuerte. I love that he throws hard. I love the pitch mix. But he has to go to being a reliever. I just don't think it's working out for him. And we're going to actually swap Tristan Vreeling and Villafuerte, as Vreeling was originally a starter coming up anyway. The overalls changed by a decent amount. Villafuerte goes down to a 66. And I believe Vreeling, I am really butchering this man's name, where he will now become a starter. He won't start right away, but he will start soon. I believe he goes up to like a 79 or 80 overall. And you know I like to look at the waiver wire. We already got Reggie Smith and like one other player that has yet to debut. I don't think he ever will. But Andre Chaparro is a guy that can play third and first, and we kind of need somebody who can play at least first. And we're going to put a waiver claim on him. Hopefully he comes. And he does come to the Yankee organization. That being said, he has not hit very well at all this season. We're going to send Yordis Valdez down to AAA. As we don't really need him up here as we quickly approach the All-Star break. Speaking of which, Reggie Smith having not the best of, second season in pinstripes, but he's solid enough. He's young. He'll get better, I promise you. 5.14 ERA. We face the Baltimore Orioles before the All-Star break, and this one bounces over first base, and we're not going to get anybody out despite the hesitation from the man on first. Bases juice for Danny Jansen. Jansen lowering that batting average to 182. Third strikeout for Smith. Daniel Fujita strikes out on the high pitch. Young rookie for the Orioles, as they have a ton of youth and they use it to their advantage, picking up the victory. Smith, 5 strikeouts, as Maurice Robert picks up a home run and 2 RBIs. We jump to the 2031 draft, and with the first pick, the Chicago Cubs take starting pitcher Darren Blanchard, a 20-year-old JUCO player. It's about the only reason why he's able to get drafted and didn't have to wait 3 years. And he looks pretty solid, pretty good on the walks per 9, but is very much going to be a project. Maybe he's up within the next 5 years. I do like his pitch mix, though we had no chance at him. Sinker, cutter, slider. Maybe he develops an off-speed pitch, a changeup of some sort, or maybe just throwing in there a breaking ball, a curveball maybe. And with the number 2 pick, Michael Guzman. He was 4th ranked for us, but again, we have no shot at it. We usually draft in the 20s. Righty pitcher righty third baseman, my bad. He's a good fielder, has pretty good reaction, needs to work on the bat against lefties. As a lefty, maybe he's more of just a platoon guy, decent speed, and he could be the future replacement for Matt Chapman. Not a bad pick at all. I mean, listen, you never know what you're going to get with some of these guys. And Taylor Schaefer, the starting pitcher, goes to the Tampa Bay Rays. He wants damn near $10 million. You think the Rays are going to pay you damn near $10 million, my guy? Okay, maybe they will, because you look pretty freaking good. Projected number 1 overall pick goes number 3, so that'll save Tampa some slot money. 3 fastballs and a curveball. 21 years old. He was very good. Maybe we see him very soon in this series as Tampa has yet to make the postseason and maybe wanting to roll the dice. Our first pick is going to be Carlos Guido. Ranked 82nd for us. Why the hell did we take him then? We could have waited. Never mind. He's a phenomenal fielder, and if Anthony Volpe doesn't want to come back, I believe he might be on the last year of his deal or coming soon. A great reaction. Just needs to work on the bat. As next pick, number 2, we take Napoleon Rolls, this lefty starting pitcher, as we could use some more lefty arms. Great strikeout guy and able to control the baseball. Good stamina. Might give up some crappy hits here and there. 4-seam slider, 12-6 curve, and a 2-seam fastball, running it up at 96, maybe 97 miles an hour. Not something you see very much from lefties. Waylon Manuel for a compensatory pick for the first time in this series, and he looks pretty damn good, at least potential-wise. So we get him in 2-round C. And again, another fielder, good reaction. Maybe he takes over for Arias. He is a bit older than we might like, but he might be more ready than, say, somebody we drafted, a little younger. 3rd round pick, we go with Darren Song, the Chinese outfielder. He's got a solid bat, needs to definitely work on the fielding. He has the speed and has okay plate skills. You never know what that could be. And then we go with Gilberto Aguilar, who gets the Jazz Chisholm cookie glove seal of approval. An up to 98 potential type player. We'll see if that comes to pass. I really only drafted him because he's a lefty. He throws hard and he has a forkball. I like the forkball, though the forkball and the changeup aren't too far off from one another. Next pick, we go with Martin Huerta, who opted out of the injury, the doctor exam. And then we go with Carlos Murillo, who might be okay. You get that late in the draft, and you kind of just toss up in the air as we jump to the home run.
To hit as many home runs as possible.
We do not have a Yankee.
The semifinal and championship rounds last just 2 minutes. If a contestant hits a home run over
Esposito,
ladies and
Robert
gentlemen,
Jr., and the winner of the home run derby
home
is
run
Matt
derby
Olson.
champion,
I know it's boring that I didn't show it, but to
Matt
be honest, I don't like watching the home run derby. Considering they changed the rules like 15 times in my lifetime. Mind you, I'm going to be 36 soon. Ryan Grady makes it to the All-Star game for the 3rd consecutive year, and he might be the best closer in baseball. Up to 28 saves, leading the league, or at least very close to it so far. 43 last year, 39 the year before that. Gunnar Henderson making the All-Star team. We don't have any starters. Spencer Jones, though, does make it as an alternate. Congratulations to him. He is playing first. I almost thought he was playing center field. He's not playing center. That is Chisholm. Sorry, I just burped. And Austin Wells misses the All-Star game. I'm a little surprised. No, sorry. He made the All-Star team. I am bugging. He made the All-Star team, and he's had better seasons when he played for us than he did in the National League. That might just go to show how weak catcher is.
Pitch hitting for the American League.
The National League. And, of course, we're going to take a couple swings with Spencer Jones. Don't know how long he's going to be in it. As here in the 6th inning, he swings and misses at the first pitch. He sees a high fastball from Tanner Scott, I believe, of the San Diego Padres. Actually, no, what am I talking about? I can see guys in their uniform. It's so great to have them wearing their uniforms and not some of the questionable fashion decisions. And I am not a fashionista by any means. As Tanner Scott of the Mets and Walker Jenkins will be able to come through for the American League. And that is, oh, what the hell is he doing? Dude, it's the All-Star game. What do you, okay, whatever. Kyle Tucker is named the All-Star MVP. Oh, my goodness. I just miss when the All-Star game had meaning, and I wish you could toggle that on or off. Sam Becker is going to be named a Futures participant, 8 overall, 74. But we've had an issue with guys like that. Remember Jack Johnson several years ago? A high hits per 9 guy, didn't have much in the way of strikeouts per 9. It happens. Chu Yan is going to be a part of the Futures game, and so will Ron Quinones, who is really doing well in his fielding and might get a call up. That means I might need to trade either Pickett or Robert Though I like them both, even though Robert don't hit all that much or hit all that well. And, of course, we've got to sign our draftees. Carlos Guido wanting almost a third of the bonus allotment money at $3 million, but most of these guys are pretty much ready-ish at the 50% mark or more to sign now. So we're going to definitely try to sign as many of them as possible so I don't have to sit here and, rack my brain about how much I got to pay dudes that are going to play in the minors for several years. Carlos Guido signs immediately, $3.2 million. Good for him. Hopefully he invests it well. Napoleon Rolls, $1.2 million, a little more than what he asked for. Darren Song wants $648. We're going to offer him $817. And he's like, nah, bro. That don't work in, is it yen or yuan? We probably going to be learning Chinese soon anyway. Waylon Marlin actually signs with Soda's Martin Huerta for $46 million. Jeez Louise, I can't speak today. But, when you do things in one take, it happens. Carlos Murillo, $329. He takes $329K. As Alberto Aguilar and Darren Song are the only two players that we need to be concerned about. We are a game and a half out of the wild card spot as we start the unofficial second half of the season. And we do play each and every mother. Why? Why is our second best reliever out for 2 months? And James Pickett is injured too. Oh, wait, he's been injured for a while. I forgot he was injured. Or maybe I didn't mention he was injured. Nonetheless, we're going to call up Riley Pint, a guy I believe I cleaned off waivers about a year ago. Give him an opportunity. And we're going to attempt to sign Darren Song once more. Wants $648. We offer him $1.03 million, and enjoy your ducats, my man. I wish I had that in my pocket right about now. Or hell, I'll take 1,000. Alberto Aguilar, $620,000. We offer him $853, and he does take it. Very much a project, and with 12 days remaining, we don't have to sign anybody. Now, let's give the flowers to Bryce Harper. He hit his 500th home run here in 2031. 19 long. He spent half his life in baseball. 2-time World Series champion, 2-time MVP, obviously Rookie of the Year. About an 8-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger, 2-time playoff MVP, and a home run champion back in 2015. It's crazy he's played this long. It's crazy in real life he's played as long as he had. Like, Bryce Harper was being talked about as a major league player at the age of 17 as we were taking on the Colorado Rockies as Abrams, for some reason, a power hitter, is bunting. Why? You don't need to be bunting. Smack that ball into right field. Come on, man. You don't get to play in Yankee Stadium that often. You want to bunt. How you think this is? 1940? Hal Manzardo with an opportunity to bust this game wide open and won't be able to do so. Striking out on an inside pitch. Jump ahead to the Yankees. Bottom of the 9th inning. Volpe 1 for 3 with a single. Floats this one to left field. It'll bounce down, and one base is all everybody will get. As we jump ahead, number 3 batter, Aaron Judge. And smacks this one up the middle. The outfield playing deep. It's not going to matter. Foley to the plate. And the Yankees are going to pick up their first victory post-All-Star. Actually, this is not the first victory post-All-Star game. This is the first game I'm showing you post-All-Star game or break. As we now sit in a wild card spot. It's mad early. We could easily lose that. As Roger Arias, bases loaded against the Houston Astros, grounded to first, back to short. The throw is offline as the catcher can't seem to come up with it, though it wouldn't have mattered. He would have been safe anyway. Maybe he had a little bit of, I don't know, lube or grease on his hands. A little hair grease on your hand, boy. Fly ball to center field. The Yankees will only be able to pick up a run against the Astros. You take a look at the standings. We sit in second place. The Astros are a double S, as they've been most of this year, the entire series. Call it what it is. 51-62 on the outside, looking in at any kind of playoff. And ground ball in the right field. And DeBizion has the vision to hit it into the bases loaded situation for Jacob Melton. Villafuerte in a reliever role, grounded to Lombard. Lombard goes to Arias. Arias over to first, and they get the 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Yankees do pick up said victory Would love to have blown them out, but it is what it is. Oh, MLB The Show, we need bullpen stats separated from starter stats. I'm just going to call it right now as we face the Athletics. Yes, I'm not calling them Vegas. They didn't get the copyright or the trademark, so they're going to continue to play in Sacramento for the rest of this damn series. I don't care. It doesn't faze me much. We don't see them very often, and they haven't made the playoffs, so they're not relevant to me. Grounder to Wilson over to first, and the Yankees will score a run. Sorry, that's Joyce. Not sure who the first name is. It is what it is. It's Lee Bunning as the Yankees down by 1 here in the top of the 7th. Floats it in the center field, and it bounces down.
The batter, the right field.
Next up is Jason Dominguez, batting in his weaker side of the plate, and understandably, dude, you don't get too many plate appearances on that side. So, yeah, you're not going to always connect. You got to work on that, man. You got to work on that. You're a switch hitter. You see Ryan Grady leading the American League in saves as Judge rips it right at third, but it's going to be an out to Jose Ramirez. Don't sleep on him. Yeah, you be mad. I don't blame you. Arias, unfortunately, strikes out on a Mason Miller high heater for strike number 2. Can I say strikeout? No, that's just strike number 2. He's going to bounce this one, though, in the right field for a base hit, representing the tying run. As Maurice Robert with an opportunity to, never mind, he's going to strike out in a circle change way out of his zone. As you see, we sit 9.5 games out of the division lead. Is Lombard Jr., no shot at connecting on that. Mason Miller signed a long extension with the A's back in season 1. Floats this one to left field. And, we're going to retreat back to second and not take the risk. Dominguez, though, 0-2. Got to swing hard. Give us a run. What you got? 0-3 in today's ball game. Floats it to center field, and the A's are going to pick up the victory. 5-4. I don't know if they make the playoffs, but we shall see. James Pickett officially back from the torn finger ligament, and honestly, I think had he not gotten hurt, Pedro Marlando would not be in the lead for the Rookie of the Year. It would be James Pickett. He'd probably have like 20 to 25 homers. Trevor Hauver, you know what? I'm going to give these guys their flowers. You're playing well in the majors while you have the opportunity. Good job. Just good job. We're going to clap for you. As we may not exactly clap for this draft class. Carlos Cairo, you fleeced me for $3 million, but it is what it is. We're the Yankees. We print money. Great fielder. That's all I have for him. Napoleon Rolls, a guy who definitely can strike out guys, just might give up, some bloopy type hits. Waylon Manuel, solid fielder, just kind of solid all around. 23 years old, played the college game. Maybe metal bats were better for him than wood. Darren Song's got some speed. Doesn't really feel that great. Can hit lefties a little bit here and there. Gilberto Aguilar could be a spot starter. I do like the pitch mix, slider, cutter, fork, ball, and a changeup. And Martin Huerta, deep potential, but I don't care about that for relievers. These guys almost never get that high up in overall anyway. He looks like a guy who will strike guys out and not give up too many hits. Might need to work on a fourth pitch. Carlos Morillo, also a guy who could be a spot starter as a lefty, especially down in the minors. Does throw a hard 4-seam, 2-seam changeup, and a sweeper set. So we face the Angels. Marcel Urbina hits it to right field, and you stay your ass at third. You know it's good for you. Dominguez throwing that ball on the money as Nolan Jones hits it over the head of Lombard Jr. Bunning is able to get it back in time. Bases loaded with only one away. Take a look at where the hell's Mike Trout? That's why I'm here. Where is Mike Trout? He has barely played 6 games? Seriously? This man has played 3 postseason games for y'all. And this is the way y'all treat him? Come on. Y'all not going nowhere this year either. What the hell is going on? As you see, they're 14.5 games behind the Athletics. As Christian Moore bounces it to Jones at first for the final of the third.
The batter, number 10.
Here's Matt McLean signed. They've signed some solid players. McLean's not bad at all. But you mean to tell me that Trout couldn't just play DH? As Philip Pearson, the catcher, hits this to left field, and it's just outside the reach of Bunning. And a drop down ground rule double, scoring a run. 2 runners are still on. Bunning just not fast enough to get there, surprisingly. As Jones already hit a 2-run shot earlier in the ball game. Oh, check swing. And they are not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. That is also another young phenom closer, Oliver Nunez, looking to pick up another save. I mean, I guess if the Angels can get the games to him, he is, trust me, he is great. Getting out number 1 and number 2, won't get number 3 quite yet. If this Yankee offense has anything to say about it, as we spin back around, swings a straight number 2, a slider way out of the zone. That is definitely one of his most devastating pitches. Misses high upstairs with the slider. This time, Dominguez awaiting his opportunity on deck circle. Should Bunning get on? 3-2, and another slider way off the plate. And the Yankees are going to runner in scoring position. Dominguez batting from the other side, swinging and a miss at a low fastball. Oliver Nunez, a strike away. I just thought I'd show him numbers. Again, like I said, phenom closer. He's damn good at the age of 25. And curveball hit past Neto at short. Runner coming around the score. Jones the throw, not in time. Lombard just spinning out of the way of the tag. Yankees tie the ball game at 4 apiece. The captain, 2 for 4, and he floats a sinker into no man's land right territory. No, gonna be caught by McLean for the out. Jump ahead to the top of the 10th as Chisholm will drive in that runner from second. Yankees up 5-4. Another clutch moment for Jazz. Volpe, 12-6 curveball, hits it deep, high, like really freaking high for a guy of his caliber, but it's going to be caught at the wall. Next is Jones. A curveball floats over the plate, and a diving attempt by Jones. Can't come up with it. Throwing back into the infield, and the runner is going to be safe.
Second baseman, Roderick.
Appreciate the effort by Jones, though. Well, Nolan Jones. As Arias gets a sinker high over the plate, and a diving attempt by Marcelo Urbina makes the catch. Might have saved another run on that one. Take a look at that web gem showing up. Nolan Jones. Hey, brother, you are a top prospect, but Urbina is just, another dude. Jones at the dish, and he takes a sinker. The ball kind of gets away from Pickett to throw to third. No, runner going to be safe, as that is going to be scored. A wild pitch. You take a look at that, and I think his glove broke, so we're going to have to get him a new one. And in time we do, without any delay of game. As Connor Norby awaits an opportunity on deck circle. 3-1. Curveball, not going to give him the call. Okay. First walk allowed. Runners at the corners. Connor Norby coming up. 2-2 count. Takes the high inside sinker as Pickett tries to calm his closer down, and he's pissed. And gets Norby out on the cut fastball. Way to use that anger to your advantage for Christian Moore. Might represent the last chance for the Angels. If there's a double play ball, cutter on the outside corner. Strike number 2. 30th pitch is the slider, low and away. I get what he was thinking, trying to get that double play ball. Got the strikeout instead. Now it's time for a little bit of big Christmas here in the month of August. Is it August? Actually, I'm not even sure. But, hey, he signed a pretty damn good deal for himself. 5 years, about 82 million. Down 1-2. Swing and a miss on the high slider. Can't capitalize. And the Yankees will pick up the victory here in L.A. As we continue our West Coast travels here in Petco Park. Yendry Rojas, blinder, right at Jones, but it bounces off of his glove, off the palm, over to Volpe. Volpe, you got to get it back to first in time. Actually, I think we should have covered first by the pitcher. Alex Bregman has been damn good, really most of this series. Moving on to San Diego back in 2028-29. Unfortunately, won't be able to show that in this one. Floats it to right field for the final out of the fifth. That brings up Volpe. 15 homers, 62 RBI. Can't connect on the slide piece for the second out in the sixth. Don't look at the umpire. That's on you. As Jones bounces this one to Bregman, and unfortunately he'll be out here in the sixth.
Up next for the Yankees, the
James
catcher.
Pickett back up. 11 homers, 31 ribbies. Takes ball 4, showing ever greater patience as he continues to play Major League Baseball. Anthony Volpe, can he come through? A sweeper, gonna get floated to right field. Yankees can't capitalize. Jones looking to do his part. Hits it the left, but a little bit too damn hard. And it finds a glove and left. Damn it.
Now batting.
Here's
the right
Fernando
fielder,
Tatis
Fernando.
Jr., former cover athlete. Still a pretty good player here at the age of 32, 85 overall, for whatever that's worth. Average leaves a bit to be desired, but he is a multiple-time All-Star and Gold Glover. 2 different positions at that. As Tatis pops this one up, so another superstar from across the league we don't see be successful at this point in time. I mean, we are focused on the Yankees. Top of the 9th inning, 2 away, and what in the hell were you swinging at, Cat? Oh, man, that was just a horrible swing. Come on, that pitch was nowhere near the zone. Chisholm says, I got you. Hits it in the right center gap-ish. And runner score from second. He's up 2-1. As Spencer Jones looked to drive in that run from second, and he hits this one. It gets down on the outfield grass. Runner will score. Chisholm will only stand. Jones will stand at first.
The batter, the second.
As we look to get the save, Younger Rojas hits this to right field. Dominguez looks up, and it just inside the foul pole as Ryan Grady blows the save. And the Padres win this one 5-3 in extras. Listen, you're going to run into a couple of those every year. Lombard Jr. hits it to right, and runner going to tag from third, sliding in there. And we go 1-1 against the Boston Red Sox as we look to continue our pretty good play throughout the season. Bounce to Arias. Volpe back to first. No. One is all he will get. One is at first and third for Tristan Casas. Hits it to the right side of Volpe. He goes the short way, and the Yankees will pick up the victory against arch rivals. But we are not quite out of the woodwork in the laundry room quite yet. We take on the White Sox, and Colson Montgomery bounces one down the right field line. Bases juiced, and 1 run score. As the White Sox tie the ball game at 1 apiece. And Jack Sawinski awaits his chance in the on-deck circle. A bit of a journeyman in this series. He was traded from the Pirates to the Rays. Now with the White Sox, he's yet to see any real success.
Now batting.
As here he comes up now with the lead. Runner at second, and he hits it up the middle. This might be one of the rare times we see him be successful. Chisholm goes to third as opposed to home. And White Sox go up 3-1. Angel Martinez, runner taking off for second. The throw, the tag in time. What a laser by James Pickett.
99, designated.
Judge up, 2 runners on and 1 out. And he takes a slider, hits it high, deep, left center field. It's a warning track shot. Damn. Runner will tag, end up on third. So at least we still have an opportunity for a run, except Chisholm strikes out on a slider way out of the reach of his bat. And the White Sox will take the victory from us, of course. And now we take on the Phillies as Dexter Coronado is going to give up a not a grand slam, a 2-run shot to Jazz Chisholm. Dexter Coronado, one of the 2025 draftees at pitcher. So we finally see some of those guys get the call up and some of them even be successful, not just on our own team. Phillies pick up the victory, and now they're wearing the regular unis. We do end up scoring a run here in the 7th inning as James Pickett, hard changeup, hit the right field, a leap for no reason here in Citizens Bank Park, and he deposits it for a 2-run shot. James Pickett happened to be sitting in his college dorm when the Yankees lost the World Series in 2027, started his college career in 2028 when they won the World Series. And we're just taking a look at the 40-man roster as it is September 1st. We got to call somebody up. Heriberto Hernandez getting called up for what feels like the 5th time. I call him up like every single year. He's just versatile, man. He's just versatile, even if he doesn't hit the best. We're going to call up Jerome Goodwin to get his first licks at the major leagues. And we are 6 games above 500 as we start the month of September. Now, we do face a lot of teams that are in front of us or near us for a wild card spot, including the Red Sox and the Orioles. The Tigers, the Mariners are right there. We do hold down the 6th seed, but we need to, let's just get up to the 4th seed. Why not? Division might be a little out of the running as the Orioles are kind of running away with the division, which, they're very talented. They are the defending world champions. Judge bounces short, toss the second over the first, and that ends the 8th inning.
The right fielder,
Matt Monticelli, runner at first. As Frederick Dunning looking to get out of the 9th inning. This is a scoreless ball game. The curveball, I guess that's a wild pitch. I thought Monticelli actually put bat on ball. I thought that was a foul ball, but I don't make the call. Take a look. He did not tip it. And we do 2-strike offering is a fastball inside. Dick McCarthy bounces it to Volpe, throw to first, a little high, but it gets there in time. As Dominguez starts off the bottom of the 9th inning, really not starts, 1 out, and this home run is out of here. A 2-run shot to give the Yankees the victory against the leading AL West team. Big time bash. Hope we got more in us for this month of September. We are 12 games out of the division. Yeah, we're not winning that. So a wild card is our best shot at a postseason spot unless we win like the 2002 A's and go on like a 22-game winning streak. Not likely. Hella unlikely. It's Jason Dominguez, though. 11-game hit streak. And Judge rolls over 1 to 3rd, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, double play. As unfortunately, we can't get another run to help us out. White Sox do pick up the victory, tying the series at 1 game apiece. Bases loaded, man. Jazz is going to float a circle, change to center. It's going to find a glove, though. And smartly, we are not going to tag the throw well on the line by BMO. And Spencer Jones, hard shot up the middle on the ground. 1 run to score from second. Another coming from third. He's in there. Yankees lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Spencer Jones coming through for us. As Heriberto Hernandez floats this one to center. And you know what? We'll take bloop singles too. We will gladly take bloop singles and throw to the plate. You know what? Had it been online, I think they actually get Judge, but not this time. 4-1. Roller to short over the second. No. They will actually get no one out as Robert hits this one a little too hard to center, and that'll end the 6th. Yankees pick up the victory 2-1 in the series. We do have a 4th game now. As top of the 9th inning, Colson Montgomery pops it up in the infield. Disappointing for him. P.J. Morlando stares at a slider, not a pitch he was expecting from Ryan Grady. Jose Miranda to Jones to Volpe, and that'll end the 9th inning. Can the Yankees get the victory. They got a runner at second, but Pickett unfortunately bounces it to the left side of the infield. That leaves Arias. Bounces in front of the left fielder. Coming around the, not exactly score. That was smart to get back, though. It's going to take another base hit before we can possibly get that game-winning run, and we call it Andres Chaparro to helpfully, hey, maybe hit another homer. He hit one 2 innings ago. But this one is high enough, just not far enough.
Now
earlier in the episode, I did mention the Giants replacing Matt Chapman. Chapman already left. He's to the White Sox, and he's got an opportunity to give them at least the lead here in the 10th with a base knock. This is not a base knock. Hits it to right field. Foley leaps and can't make the catch. 332 just out of his reach. Gives the White Sox a 5-3 lead. Chapman continuing to be a quality player even on a team that may not be going anywhere. Big veteran presence. As Brian Zietlow hits this deep to left field, the former Rookie of the Year continuing to be a lone bright spot for this White Sox franchise. 23rd home run of the year. As Bunting bounces one past the shortstop, and that actually won't advance anybody other than him. A little sad that we couldn't get the runner in scoring position. Foley, though, plops a fastball into center with the bases loaded. BMO throws to the home plate. It's the number 3 batter coming up, Aaron Judge. He can win this ball game with a long ball. He can tie it with a bases clearing anything at this point. And 1 run will score on the lightly hit ball in the center. Actually, 2, as a matter of fact, will score. Chisholm says, I think I got it. Hits a curveball. Hits it to left. It is out of here. Yankees pick up the victory, which, weren't we just losing at the... Hell no, we were winning in the top of the 8th, 9th inning. Up by 2, end up swinging the game in the final inning. 5-run score, getting us the victory and take the series 3-1. We're 78-71, Rays 72-77. They still have a shot at a playoff spot. They're eliminated from the division as shit. We are almost eliminated from the division. Brian Abreu comes back at just the right time, just before the playoffs. We end up losing the second game against the Rays. 6 earned runs by the starter, but everybody else, almost everybody else, is giving up runs as well. Can we hang on to a postseason spot up 2-0? Bunting, I believe, had a hit streak because he almost always has a hit streak in the month of September, as judged by earlier in the year. This ball's going to get floated to short. Volpe makes the catch. Yankees eke out the 2-0 victory against a division rival. Hunter Green, 8 strikeouts, 8 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks. He has been absolutely on fire all year long. Ryan Grady as well picks up the 45th save of this here campaign. Bunting 3 for 12 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Strikes out, unfortunately, to the Gregory Santos circle change. And we're going to need something big like an Anthony Volpe shot down the right field line, tying it up at 1 apiece here in the 9th inning. You see the Cubs take sole possession of the NL Central. I believe they are leading the Reds, who might not be too far off from a playoff spot. Dodgers 2.5 up on the Giants. Giants trying to fight it out for either the division or a playoff spot. As Aaron Judge is, 28 home runs away from 600. He's not getting it this year, but he's had a very good season with 30 home runs at the age, 38? 38 now? 39? I've lost track. Gets another base hit for him in the Yankee squad. Oh, Dominguez hella late on the fastball from Santos. Santos looks to get out of this without giving up a run. I'm not sure about that. Chisholm with the express train out of here. 2-run shot. Yankees pick up another late victory. Ozzie Albies says, not so damn fast. In the next game of the series, he hits a 2-run shot of his own. Now it doesn't walk it off quite yet, as they still got to pitch in the 9th inning. Ozzie Albies having a career year, 32 home runs for a Rays team not known for their power. We're now 80-73 as we take on the Orioles, defending champs. We can't win a division, and really we can't. We might be able to play a little bit of spoiler, as the Orioles are jockeying for the 1 or 2 seed with the Tigers in the Central. 24th homer matching his jersey number, and the Yankees lead late 2-1. Bunting, might have one himself. Hits it out the right. No, it's gonna hang up. Oh boy, it's not an out, which I'm glad it's not an out. But come on, I like to see Bunting hit homers. Conrad Foley said, "Hey, bro, I think I got you." Not quite. Floats a sacrifice fly. Runner will score from third. Hey, we'll gladly take it if it gives us the lead even further. 3-1. Judge, 31 homers, 280 average, able to pick things up after a slow start to start the year. Had like 3 or 4 home runs to start the first month. Definitely picked it up. Wasn't an all-star, but that's okay. He's 38, 39 years old. We're really lucky if he gives us anything, great from a guy of his caliber. Pete Alonso also playing pretty well. Signed a pretty cheap deal with the Orioles, which, hey, don't call me State Nostradamus, but, Pete Alonso did sign with the Mets signed with the Orioles in 2026, just like he did in real life. The deal not nearly as lucrative. Honeycutt hits it to Arias. Arias with the great throw on the move to get out of the 6th inning while still maintaining the lead. Yankees pick up the victory, as I think we're getting hot at about the right time. We end up losing the final game of the series, taking 2 out of 3. The Tigers actually are in a wild card spot. The Mariners are right behind us, as are the Twins tied. The Mariners might have the head-to-head advantage, and the Rays are 4 games out. As we now take on the Blue Jays, tied at 2. Here in the 7th, grounded is short. Short the 2nd, at the 1st. And they get out of the 7th inning. Blue Jays looking to play spoiler in, our postseason hopes. We've yet to clinch the playoff spot. As Jones bounces one down in shallow center, the runner will score, I believe, from second. As the Reds sitting 2.5 games behind the Cubs in the NL Central, looking to make the postseason for the first time in this series. Ryan Grady, though, on the verge of a 50-save season. 3 away, looking to get number 48, and a strikeout Cutter Coffee, the first baseman. And then next, Jonathan Clase hits it to Lombard over the first, and that's 1 more out, as he just has to sit down Logan Davidson. And the cut fastball on the corner. Davidson not agreeing with the call, but doesn't matter if you agree or not. You probably should have swung. Picks up save number 48. As far as our minor league team is concerned, they have lost in the playoffs. I wasn't going to really show that. Tigers have clinched a playoff spot. So have the Royals. We are a game up on the Mariners, so we're trying to keep them out of the playoff spot. They continue to be a game behind us despite both teams winning, as Reggie Smith pumps a fastball past Brett Wisely. It's Yannier Diaz. Hits this one into the gap. See the Domingos of Chisholm is coming up with it. 1 run will score. Another one is coming around as well. And the Blue Jays lead 3-2. That's Diaz's 35th double of the season. And for Byron Buxton, who we have seen as an Oriole and a Twin in this series so far. Won a World Championship last year, signed with the Blue Jays. Arias dumps this one over the first baseman's head and into the right field corner. That'll score just 1 at this point.
Now batting.
His 31st double of the season. Now, his batting average hasn't been the greatest, but hey, if he's hitting doubles, playing good defense, I can't be mad. I brought up this screen because you may be wondering where Vlad Guerrero is. He is in AAA. Yes, it is 2030. 31, and yeah, Vlad is out of the league, or out of Major League Baseball as we currently see, with like 7 more years left on that big contract he signed. I don't think he regressed some, but geez, they made him fall off kind of crazy as Grady picks up save number 49, as he is 1 save away from becoming the second Yankee closer to get 50 saves in a season. I think we already know who the first is, and we've officially clinched a wild card spot, regardless of where that may be, whether it's the 4 seed, 5 seed, or 6 seed. Tigers, Royals, every playoff spot is locked up at this point. So we're going to pull some of these starters. I don't have any real reason to play most of them. Judge, Pickett, Dominguez, Volpe, and Chisholm. Some guys I really can't afford to replace. And Ryan Grady does lead the league in saves. He gets 51 on this campaign. And it's playoff time. We face Kansas City in the wild card matchup at home. You know how it goes in the wild card. 3 games, 1 venue. You got to win 2 out of those 3 in order to advance to face the defending World Series champion Baltimore Orioles. Can we get past Kansas City? Find out in the next episode.